Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nemesis, and welcome to XCOM, Enemy Unknown, or UFO Defense, depending on... Really, this is the original, originally released in, I believe, 2000, not 2000, sometime in the 90s, really. I don't know the exact date. And what I'm using to play this is an open source port called OpenXCOM, which allows it to run natively in Windows 7 and the like, which takes out the need for emulators like DOSBox, which is a fairly good emulator, but it keeps the problems of the original game, and there were a lot of bugs in the original, and you came from a time where you couldn't just patch them. Anyway, this is the main screen that you're going to be seeing a lot of. This is called the Geoscape. Now, the Geoscape, it's a graphical representation of Earth. See, Earth is being attacked by aliens. And not the good, I want to be your friend alien. It's the evil kind. They want to take over, they want to destroy the Earth, what have you, insert generic alien, I'm a fuck you over plan here. And they're generally just douchebags. You know what? It's up to us, the fine men and women at XCOM, to take them out. And I will say this now, this game is hard. I probably won't be finishing it for you guys. So, keep that in mind. It's a very difficult game, and I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, so you can imagine how bad this is gonna get. So anyway, I've selected North America because I myself am American. You know, Merca. And, we need a fairly good name for this base. Let's call it the Graveyard. Because we're going to be dying a lot. Now, one of the features of this source port is, its modability. And, you know, several mutators and things like that. So I have one on that allows me to design my base from the get-go, so I don't have to deal with the default base design, which leaves you very open for the event that aliens will eventually attack you. They will attack you trying to take out XCOM and all of its operatives in one fell swoop. And that's bad, because if you die, it's game over. Obviously enough. So, what I do, because when they do eventually attack you, they can only use the hangars and the access lift to try and get at you. They can't just teleport into any of the other facilities, they have to go through these 4 areas. And so long as nothing is connected to these other hangars, I'll be fine. Because they'll have to funnel down here, through the general stores, into the barracks, which I can just lay down like proximity grenades, and anything that comes near me, it's just gonna die. And that's my strategy. It might seem cheap, but trust me, I need it. Because like I said before, this game's hard. This game's very hard. Now, before anything gets done, I'm going to do one little thing real quick. That is soldiers. I'm going to be naming my guys. For the first 7, not counting this guy, because he's going to be my meat shield. He's going to be the one scouting out. More than likely dying gruesomely. And, yeah, he's gonna die, more than likely. If things go the way this game usually goes, he'll die pretty fast. But the other 7, I'm going to be naming after the members of Chronic Gaming Disorder, which is a panelist / Let's Play group I am part of. And more on that some other time. But for now, it's time to name my troops. The first one, he's gonna be my meat shield. He's gotta be something expendable. And I can't think of anything more expendable than a shocker combatant. Anyone that's seen anything Kamen Rider related will understand that the combatants are the mookiest of mooks. They are the ones that are destined to die. And much like them, this mook shall follow. Next up is me. I'll probably die too. Sadly enough, I'll probably die. You shall be Dirty 710. Also known as David. You will be the finest member of my squad. Probably not. You shall be the 3rd from the left. Where would we be without the great game that is Monster Hunter and its herald, Mr. Monster Hunter? Alice, I'm sorry. You're no longer in Wonderland. It's time. It is time for the Trashcan. How many I got left? 2 more? That's fine. Where would we be in our more glorious hunts without our good comrade, Space, Kanorun? And finally, the derpiest of them all, Fengu. May he slay his enemies. May they cower before him. More than likely not. Okay, now that that's done, it is time to set my crew up. The way I run things is I run things with 2 squads, mostly. With 2 guys as ringers, just in case one of these guys, or in case 2 of these guys go down. Which, it's this game, there's a lot of possibilities. So, quickly check everyone's weight capacity. And before doing anything, take off all equips. Because each team is going to have a heavy weapons guy. He will be right behind that squad's, for lack of a better word, point man. Also known as a meat shield. Because, I mean, if the meat shield's being shot at, surely you want someone with a very big gun shooting at whoever's shooting your meat shield. Because if your meat shield dies, it's game over, man. Game over. Alright. So looking at this, the shocker combatant, why'd you you took your guns back, you plebe. You're not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do that. There's actually an easier way to do this. Just take everything off the ship. For now, I'm going to be showing you guys my base maintenance strategies. After a while, I'm going to just cut that out and go straight to the battles and the research and whatnot. Because this part, it's the base part, what you have to do every time. I mean, you don't have to name your guys, but, I like to. It adds flavor. So let's see. The shock combatant being a Shocker Kaijin, he's got a good bit of oomph. I mean, really, the only way I could really make him better is if I could give him a kukri. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have kukris, so he's going to be stuck with a gun. He's not going to know what to do with it. He's, he's a mook. He's got fairly good firing accuracy, so that's that. Let's see. David, 0710, my main man, you are going to be Squad Alpha's heavy weapons guy. Let's move on up next to the Shocker Combatant. Take 2 of these, 4 of those, and both of those high explosive clips. And the rest, take these rifles. And 12 ammos. This way everyone has a reload and a half. Well, actually just a reload. Let's see. I'll keep the grenades on hand. In the offhand. This way, if anything goes south, I have a nice little way of... You, my friend, do not get that. In fact, you probably don't get a grenade. There's my big guns. Yeah, and you can't hold that. You, on the other hand, can. And can you take the... No, you can't take the high X. Though that's a bummer. Well, looks like I'll have a high X on standby. Kanorun, you got the lifts, bro, but not enough. Let's see. Trashcan, you can't hold anything. Yeah, Kanorun's gonna have to be the heavy weapons guy of this squad. It's gonna be slightly weighed down, but not much you can do about that. Feng, take your rifle. It is the only one you get. And, yeah, take a grenade, put it on your belt. Shocker Combatant, I'll be nice to you. You get 2 grenades. And for the sake of convenience, you will be holding high X. In case David needs it, and he probably will. But in the meantime, you will hold on to it for him. I did not mean to click out of that. I'm playing this in a window, so every now and then I'll accidentally, click outside the window and focus on something else. You guys won't see that, but I will. Okay. Now we get to Mr. Monster Hunter. You will be Team A's point man, or Team B's point man. You will take that in case... Actually, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. No, I'm gonna need to move you up. I know, this is the boring part. But the action will get there when it gets there. Yes, okay. And in fairness... Can you pack on another nade? Yes, you can. Alright, my point men are loaded up. So everyone's loaded up, everyone's ready, good to go. I'm also going to take, since this open source port allows me to do this, I'm going to take the opportunity to name my vehicles. I shall call the Sky Ranger, my primary mode of transportation, the Steel Coffin. Where my man will be bagged and tagged before this is done. Now, for the first interceptor, I shall name it Diablo Intercept. If you guys couldn't tell, I am a fan. A fairly big fan of, it'll come to me, Pacific Rim. And I'll name you... Was it Kaio? Yeah, Kaio is like the state dog for me, and I can't fucking spell it. I probably spelt that wrong, don't judge me. Well, I mean, you can judge me as much as you want, I won't care. but it hurts my feelings. Deep down, in my heart. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to take the opportunity to also sell these rocket launchers and this autocannon, because the autocannon, it's a minigun. If you know what a minigun is, yay. It's unwieldy and difficult to aim. And I want my heavy weapons guys to be able to hit things. Now, I'm going to start this off by having my research team research laser weapons, because frankly, my guys are going to have such a low survivability rate as is, might as well not spend the time and money to research medkits, because they're not going to use them, they're going to die before anything happens. So I'll grab two more soldiers, and 20 more scientists. That'll max out my living space capacity, and since I'm actually using the heavy weapons, I will grab a bunch of these. 26 of those. And 20 of those. I'll also grab electro flares and stun rods, because I do intend to have an alien containment, as well as a shit ton of high explosives. Oh, what do you know? I'm out of room. So I'm going to have a shit ton of high X, which will take up about as much weight as 2 grenades, but I'm not going to be able to use it for now. I did requisition that, right? Yes, I did, okay. Everything's requisitioned. Now to build more facilities in the base, and then I should be done doing this. Build another living quarters there. A large radar array here. More general stores, because you can never have enough cargo capacity. And for the sake of taking captives, an alien containment. Now these numbers, they display how many in-game days it's going to take for this facility to be built. So 25 days for the large radar array, which makes sense because, you know, you gotta get everything set up correctly for the radar system, because if you don't, you got problems. And if you got problems, well, you got problems. So, yes, those will be set up in 25 days. General stores, it's just storage space, so it takes 10 days. And then containment, you know, it takes time to get these aliens into their comfort zone. Personally, I say fuck them, but that's me. And living quarters, it takes time to get those bunks. Come on. Now, that was the base screen, so back to the geoscape. On the geoscape you have access to graphs, which can show you where alien activity has been the highest. Since this is the very beginning of the game, nowhere should have any activity taken. Or tracked, or whatever you want to call it. I know that sounds annoying, get used to it. And, for the sake of convenience, I will speed things up to 1 hour every tick. Okay, so that's that stuff reaching my base. I probably won't use it until... Okay, 2 new soldiers, I need to name them. Let's see. I'll have my good buddy Solid Doom, if I can actually spell his name, join the fray. Well, there's another good buddy of mine. Rohr. They shall enter the fray, they shall be my ringers. So, for the sake of convenience, that was the wrong button. For the sake of convenience, I'll put them on the ship, give them a gun, and pray. A lot of prayer. Actually, I don't need the standard grenades anymore, because I can give everyone high explosives. Let's see, yes, you can... I'm gonna be weird. Shocking Combatant, you get 2. David, you can't hold any. Deal with it. Me. How many can I hold? I can hold 2 as well. Okay. I'm gonna keep the same setup though, so... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Same setup, so each one's going to have 1 high explosive, except the scout. The scout will have 2, if they can hold it. Can you? No, you can't. Okay, well there will be 1 person in each squad that can... No, you can't hold it. That will have 2, if possible. No. Okay, so there's only going to be 1 guy that has 2 in each squad. The ringers, on the other hand, can have 2. Actually, since I was going to be going left hand, put them on the right leg, so it's for ease of access. On the right side, ease of access. Okay, that's everyone. Everyone is good to go. Now we just need some aliens. So... that. Laser weapons have been researched. Laser pistol is ready to be researched. With the modern remake of this, XCOM Enemy Unknown, they made the research trees not as complex, I don't believe. I believe if you research laser weapons, you have access to manufacture all types of laser weapons. I haven't had the chance to actually play it, so I can't say for certain. Ah, finally. Diablo Intercept. Let's see, what are we dealing with? Medium Scout? Okay. I mean, I'll be quite miffed if the first thing they throw me at is a fucking floater. Oh man, I said that out loud. It's probably gonna happen now. Intercept, send the steel coffin. And I will speed up time so this gets there faster. We'll save my game here as the first encounter. Let's save my game. And before I start this battle, I'm going to the bathroom because I'm gonna need it. I'll cut to when I get back, so just sit tight.